Brother of Petramil?
Yes, and you are?
My name's Henry. I'm accompanying Albic of Unichov. The abbot said you'd show me around the monastery.
Of course. The monastery grounds are extensive, and I'm glad you're open to advice on getting around. Would you like to go now?
Yes, please.
Our monastery was the first Cistercian monastery in Bohemia, and is thus the mother of all our order's monasteries in these lands. This is the gate to the monastery. Within the monastery grounds, you'll find the workers' dwellings, farm buildings, and fish ponds. And on the far side of the monastery, we've got an orchard and gardens.
I saw quite a few knights here. Do they live here?
Those are brothers of the Teutonic Order. The abbot offered them lodging while they're gathering resources in Kuttenberg for their next campaign.
How long are they supposed to stay?
No one knows. But it doesn't look like they're in any great hurry.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
God be with you. How's the watch going?
This is the kitchen. From here, Salarius Julian oversees the state of the monastery stores and the meals for the brothers.
Good to know where to come if I get hungry.
Yes. But please, try not to speak with the other brothers too much.
Why not? Have they taken a vow of silence?
The rule of Saint Benedict encourages the cultivation of silence. The brothers shouldn't be chatting idly, but rather turning their minds to work and to God.
What if I need something?
In case of need, of course you may speak to them. But for ordinary tasks and objects, we've developed our own gestures. You don't need to learn them, though. As a guest, you won't need access to such things. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me.
You're always welcome here, noble sir.
This is our monastery library and scriptorium. Brother Crispin, our librarian, does a splendid job. Our collection may not be the largest, but it's exceptionally colorful.
What's your scriptorium working on?
Brother Yaroslav is working day and night translating some Italian book. He's the most gifted translator I've ever met. But every gift comes with its dark side.
What do you mean?
Well, he's a bit of a free thinker.
And how does that show?
He asks senior brothers about matters a devout brother ought not to ponder. And such things have no place in our monastery.
Can I borrow any books here?
Yes, but please try not to take them out of the library. We already have trouble with brothers not returning them. I think I myself might have a forgotten volume or two in my cell.
Can I help with that?
That's up to Brother Crispin. But it's true he's overburdened and sorely short of time. Try asking him.
All right, I'll check with him. If Albic doesn't need me urgently.
That would be kind of you. So, let's move on.
I spend my days working, wearing my feet bloody.
Forgive me, I haven't slept much. My blanket has been chewed up by mice and I've been begging for a new one, but to no avail.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. You're always welcome
This
here,
is the
noble
chapter
sir.
hall. Here, Abbot Jan receives important visitors and pilgrims.
You mean like when Sigismund came?
Of course. That was the most important visit, and duty of recent years.
And what was his visit like?
We barely noticed His Majesty. He had his own wing for himself and his retinue. We're now returning it to a more appropriate state for the monastery's needs. Until then, it remains closed.
Have you had any other such visitors recently?
When Sigismund left, his court physician, Master Zacharias, remained.
And what does he do here?
He's assisting Brother Benedict in the infirmary, and also teaching him new things. So, why exactly has your master come?
I'd like to know that too. But that's far above my station.
I understand. Sometimes it's best not to know, just to act. Let's continue the tour. Please, follow me. Next, we'll visit the beating heart
Always
of our
welcome here,
monastery.
noble
Please,
sir.
ignore the ongoing work.
We thank you, Heavenly Father.
Welcome to the Church of the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. It's the pride of our monastery, and the dominant landmark of the region.
What's with the hole in the floor?
Yes. That's one of the hazards of ongoing repairs. But that's not something a guest need concern himself with.
I don't mind. Tell me.
There's not much to tell. During repairs, the floor collapsed into the cellar spaces, and we're working on fixing it.
Come on. There's got to be more to it. A cellar under the church? Storing onions on sacred ground?
Not onions, but bodies. Beneath the church is a crypt where abbots and other esteemed benefactors of the monastery are laid to rest.
I see why you wouldn't want to spread that around. It doesn't look like a good omen.
It certainly doesn't. Perhaps we should leave the laborers to their work and move along.
Let's move on.
Did you notice the cemetery by the monastery when you arrived?
Hard not to. It's enormous.
Yes. For a long time now, people have traveled even from far and wide to bury their loved ones here.
Why here of all places?
Over a century ago, Abbot Heidenreich went on a pilgrimage to the Holy Land and brought back soil from Christ's tomb. Since then, people have come here in great numbers. After the plague and the wars of recent years, their numbers have only grown. We recently built the ossuary to have a place to lay the dead. These cells are reserved for brothers who hold an official position in the monastery.
And which cell is yours?
If you come through the garden gate, it's the first cell on the right. But I spend most of the day making rounds around the monastery, or assisting the abbot, who has his office above us.
Where does that gate lead?
To the garden surrounding the monastery. If you ever crave solitude and natural beauty within the monastery walls, do not hesitate to visit.
Why are they here specifically?
The abbot's study is upstairs, so we can be close at hand.
Should we move on?
Please, this way. Next, I'll show you the abbot's chapel.
Won't the abbot mind?
Apparently not. The Right Reverend instructed me to give you as thorough a tour of the monastery as possible, including the chapel. He said ignorance mustn't hinder your ability to assist your master.
humble respects.
The last part of our tour. This chapel is where the abbot himself prays. The painting above the altar shows Archangel Michael, weighing souls on a scale. We see sinners cast to hellish beasts and pious souls rising to the gates of heaven.
But if I buy indulgences, I can avoid hell, right?
For lesser sins, yes. Remember, indulgences only lighten your soul and shorten your time in purgatory. But no matter how much you give to the church, indulgences won't save you from mortal sin. I'll now take you to Master Albic in the infirmary. Please follow me. And here's the infirmary, where you'll find Master Albic. Anything else you'd like to ask?
Are there any other interesting places you haven't shown me?
What exactly are you helping Master Albic with?
I'm mainly accompanying him and trying to learn as much as I can along the way.
In that case, I'd recommend having a closer look at the cathedral. The master glaziers are repairing a window. Their craft might interest you.
Are there places I'm not allowed?
Aside from the wing once occupied by King Sigismund, you're free to move about the entire monastery. But please, speak with the brothers only when necessary.
I'd say I know everything I need. I'll go and check what Master Albic needs.
Good luck. And God be with you.
And with you.
It's your bloody fault anyway. Oh, I struck you first, and that should have ended the duel. But no, you just had to have the last blow.
So, this is the Confessor. What do you make of it, Henry?
My skull's pounding so bad I'm seeing double. That's 2 more of you than I'd care for.
He looks worn out. Doesn't even notice us. Whatever's wrong with him, it's clearly taken a toll.
Exactly. At his age, any illness hits far harder than it would a young and healthy man. Well, the good news, I suppose, is that he's not in agony. Pain's part of life, but no one deserves to suffer too much. Compassion, Henry, whether for the suffering or even the enemy, is part of every good physician's character. Unfortunately, not every physician is a good one.
Albic? Albic of Unichov?
Zacharias? What are you doing here?
Wherever His Majesty goes, I must follow. You know how it is. But why aren't you in Padua, studying? Have you been missing your homeland?
I was summoned home for urgent matters. And since I'm here, the abbot asked for my help.
Ah, yes. This plague he's so afraid of.
Plague? Do you believe it? Am I such a poor teacher?
Of course not. But until now, it was just my word against the abbot's. In other words, I am truly glad you're here, my friend.
Begging your pardon, sir, but who exactly are you?
Henry, allow me to introduce Master Zacharias of Prchatsitz. He once studied under me, but became a trusted friend, and eventually the personal physician of King Sigismund.
You flatter me, Albek. The road to that post was a good deal more torturous than you make it sound. And you are...
Henry of Skalitz. I'm here at the command of Sir Peter of Pisek, serving as Albic's aide.
The Lord of Sukdol wouldn't even have let me come here without a proper escort. When I'm the one who's supposed to be stubborn.
Quit complaining. You might find an aide like him more useful than you think. Anyway, this here is Dinesh. He didn't come entirely of his own will either, but he's proven a reliable man.
Denesh Latskvi. Gentlemen?
Well then, now we all know each other, shall we finally return to the matter of the patients? Zacharias, I presume the abbot summoned you for the same reason as me.
Aye, though I've only had time to merely examine them all. All three share the same symptoms. It begins with weakness, then comes fever, rash, and later bloody diarrhea. By far the best off is the confessor here. He can still talk. The maid and the translator from the scriptorium are much worse. They sleep most of the day, and when they do speak, it's nonsense, because they're delirious with fever.
Right. In that case, first we need to bring down the fever. Have they given you anyone to assist?
Yes, Benedict. He's a novice and a bit odd, but he knows more about alchemy than most.
We'll need linen and clean water for compresses. Pre-boiled water is best. Have you got chamomile decoctions?
Benedict brews a fresh batch every evening.
And what are they feeding them?
Mostly bread, fruit. Yesterday they had fish, but they haven't eaten much of it.
That doesn't sound like proper food for the sick. If they've got a fever, they need to be drinking a lot, don't they?
You're right. This is no good at all. They might as well be feeding them dry pretzels. They should be getting something light and nutritious, ideally in liquid form. Broths, stews, thin porridge.
Agreed. Dinesh will speak to Solarius Julian. You know the way to the kitchen, right?
Consider it done.
Then fetch herbs from Joachim. I gave him a list of what we'll need.
Gentlemen?
Joachim, you say? Well now.
Who's this Joachim? You know him?
The monastery herbalist. He lives in a hut in the garden behind the infirmary. But if I were you, I wouldn't bother him too much. He's a grumpy old fellow.
You say that because you don't know him. I'll tell you more about him, Henry. But we have more pressing concerns right now.
Can I help in any way?
The best thing you could do is find out what the patients were doing before they ended up here. Diseases spread through foul air. So if we find where the three of them were breathing the same air, we'll find the source of the infection too.
Who should I start with?
If I were you, I'd start with the confessor. He's the only one still lucid enough to speak. Better hurry. He might take a turn for the worse any moment.
Who should I ask about the maid?
As far as I know, her name's Blezhna. She gets her work assignments from Steward Zdenek. So I'd go and speak to him. And apparently, she's got a friend here. She might know something too. Try and find her.
Who might know the monk who was translating in the scriptorium?
Everything to do with books is handled by the librarian. His name's Crispin. He likes the sound of his own voice, but if you're patient, he might tell you what our patient was working on.
Can I help with anything else?
No, that's more than enough now.
Once you've found something, come back. Maybe we'll have figured out more by then.
you feel?
Like I'm turning inside out.
Don't worry. I'll let you rest. But first, I need to know who you've been seeing lately. And where.
What? Why?
Because we need to find out where and how you got infected.
What's that got to do with the others?
The sickness spreads through foul air. Anyone breathing the same air as you might be at risk.
You sound like you know what you're talking about. And I believe you've got your reasons. But I'm a confessor. I can't. I mustn't break the seal of confession, or tell you what anyone confided in me.
But this isn't just about you.
Exactly. It's about the souls I help unburden of their sins. And the trust I'd be betraying.
And what about those who never got the chance to confess? What if they catch the sickness and die? Don't their souls matter to you?
It's not that. But I don't know how to help you.
Can't you at least point me in the right direction?
Perhaps you're right. I could at least point the way. There's something that might be connected to this dreadful sickness. Look in my cell. It's the one beneath the abbot's chamber, opposite the spiral staircase. Here's the key. I think you'll find something there that might help you.
Thank you. Now get some rest.
Wait, please. Do you think that I might ask you for something?
What is it?
I'd like to have some flowers. Something living to cover up the ever-present stench of decoctions.
I'll see what's growing nearby and bring you some. It'll brighten the place up a bit at least.
Thank you, lad.
He won't put up with your shit.
You're about as much fun as a funeral. Young man, could we borrow you for a moment?
What's going on here?
It's about Slavek not knowing when to stop.
Shut it, Yeshek! And you, young lord, what's your name?
I'm Henry. And I'm no lord.
All right then, Henry. Do you think you could settle this for us?
We were having a training duel. Servant Brother Carl makes sure we don't grow idle here. Well, Slavek thinks he struck me first. I say it was the other way round.
You're looking pretty battered for a training duel.
Yeah, once we get going, it's no laughing matter. We've both got a bit of a temper.
Either way, the fight should have ended the moment I hit you. If it had been a sharp blade, you'd be dead.
Bullocks.
How did it happen from your point of view, Yashek?
We were having a training duel, but it wouldn't be Slavek if he didn't run his gob the whole time. I didn't give a toss until he started insulting my ma. I won't have anyone doing that in front of me.
That's serious. What did he say?
That she squints, and I've got it from her. I warned him to shut his gob or he's done for. I gave him a jab in the shoulder, well-placed and educational, to end the fight then and there. But he got all riled up and came back at me.
That's a load of crap. He pounced at me out of nowhere. I was only defending myself.
I still want to hear what Slavek has to say.
Now that's more like it. We just wanted to warm up a bit. Attack, block, But Yeshek completely lost it. Left lower cut, lunge at the knee, then straight for the ribs from the right. All at full force, like he was trying to kill me. So I shout, "Ease up, have you lost your fucking mind?" And the idiot goes even harder. So I smacked him one. What else was I supposed to do?
Where exactly did you hit him?
Where do you think? Right on the skull. I blacked out for a moment, but then I just saw red.
Yeah, he looked like he'd completely snapped. He swung and... Ow! Bloody hell! He struck down at me with a full swing straight to the collarbone.
Oh, come off it. You're making half of that up.
This bickering of yours is tiring. I'll tell you what I think, but then you'll both shut up. All right? Doesn't matter who struck first. It was a training fight.
Oh, it hurt like a real one.
Yeah, I'll have a scar across half my head because of it.
If either of you knew a master strike, you might have come off a bit better. Or at least one of you would have.
Master strike?
Your armed brethren probably call it a Meisterhowl. You deflect an attack and strike your opponent in one move.
Oh, don't give us that. Nothing beats a good solid smack in the teeth.
My thoughts exactly. We could still have a bout though, eh, Yeshek? Once they let us out.
I'm still pissed at you over the last one.
Oh, come on. I didn't mean that stuff about your ma. I've never even seen her. And anyway, I'm glad I ended up in the infirmary with you. What more do we need?
Yeah, no Ludolf breathing down our necks day in, day out.
Who's Ludolf?
Our commander. Tough, strict, but fair.
He's the only real knight among us, really. Came from Marienburg. That's a castle belonging to the Order. It's supposed to be massive.
I'd love to see it one day. I haven't set foot outside Bohemia in my whole life.
Don't worry. You'll see it when we march out of here. But till then, we're stuck here for a while.
Well, I wish you both a swift recovery. I'll be off now.
Thanks. By the way, if you run into Brother Carl, tell him not to take it to heart. We brought it on ourselves. He's a good man. And if you wanted, I'm sure he'd let you train with us at the camp. Just tell him you know us.
But watch yourself, so you don't end up like the two of us. I don't think Carl could take that.
I'll keep that in mind.
And Henry, before you go, I have one more favor to ask. When they were carrying me here, I dropped my purse somewhere along the way. A nice one, made of leather. Could you look for it? It had all my coin in it, but I can barely stand, let alone go searching.
Do you at least know where you lost it?
They dragged me along the path by the ponds. At one point I got snagged on some bush, so they were yanking me back and forth, and I reckon that's when the purse got shaken loose. It was near that stone well in front of the main entrance to the church.
All right, I'll have a look. Maybe no one's picked it up yet.
Thanks. I'd be grateful.
Helping!
Try to calm down. Why did you say it hurts?
Good to see you.
God be with you.
And the Poles are trying to take this marvel from me.
There's not much here. So that's why the Confessor wanted flowers from me. He must like them. More flowers.
Where the
did the Confessor get so many valuables? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you.
Hey, another cistern. And I still don't know where that water is coming from. Here, in the middle of the monastery.
Greetings. What would you like?
Your brother Crispin, right? I'm here about Yaroslav. I heard he works here as a translator.
Ah, yes. Poor Yaroslav. I pray daily for his recovery. God has blessed him with an extraordinary talent and a sharp mind. It would be a terrible loss if... But no. Such thoughts help no one. And who are you, anyway?
My name is Henry. I'm helping Master Albic in the infirmary.
Very well. What do you want to know about Yaroslav?
Could you tell me, please, where he was staying?
He has a cell in the dormitory upstairs. Go up the stairs in front of the scriptorium and turn right. Then it's the 5th cell from the door.
Thanks. I'll take a look. What exactly was Yaroslav doing here?
He's working on a translation of a book that came to us all the way from Genoa. While he was well, he spoke of nothing else. He knows Latin, Italian, and French. And thanks to his work, we have several valuable translated volumes in the library.
What book was he translating?
It's called the Decameron.
And what's the Decameron about?
I've not read it myself. I'm not as well versed in Italian as Yaroslav. I was waiting for him to finish the translation, but he spoke of it as a groundbreaking work of indescribable value. He even believed it might one day uplift the Christian people beyond their worldly suffering. He was so excited he barely ate or slept, just kept working. I thought it best to let him focus solely on the translation and assigned his other duties to others.
Where did Yaroslav work?
Here in the scriptorium, of course. You'll find his usual place right by the entrance. But be careful. He's got something unfinished there. He's spent so much time on it that it must be nearly done by now. It'd be a shame to ruin it just before completion.
Don't worry. I'll be careful. Who here knew Yaroslav best?
Most likely, Brother Celestine. He helps with copying books too, though he doesn't have nearly the same talent.
Celestine, you say? I should speak to him. Thanks. That's all I needed.
Till we meet again.
It's almost empty.
I don't feel much like
What was Yaroslav working on all those days? Plans of the cellars. What did he need those for?
My respects.
I'm sorry.
Christ, what a day.
We praise you for the beauty of your creation. Greetings, Henry.
Greetings to you, friend.
God be with you. Keep the peace, and we'll stay friends.
Greetings, Master Guard.
Good day to you.
You're Zdeněk, right? They say you're the steward here. I need to find out something about Blazena.
She's lying in the infirmary. What's it to you?
She's in a bad way. Master Albik is treating her, but to work out what's wrong, I need to know what she's been doing lately.
Oh, I see. That's different. What do you want to know, then?
What sort of work does Blazena usually do?
All sorts. She's a maid, so she does whatever needs doing.
Did she ever go into the monastery?
What would she do there? Women aren't allowed in. But she still manages to get where she's not allowed.
What do you mean by that?
It'll sound terrible with her being sick now.
Whatever it is, out with it.
I think she's been stealing. Lately, food's been going missing from the pantry, and she and I are the only ones with a key. I was just about to throw her out, but then she fell ill.
Where does Blazena sleep? I'd like to take a look at her room.
What for? How do I know you won't nick something?
Excuse me? I can bring Master Albic here if you like, but he's got better things to do. Like saving Blazena and the others.
All right, no need to shout. Blazena sleeps in the house across from the church, like most of the help. When you enter, go through the door on the right, then up the stairs. Her bed and chest are by the window.
I'll take a look there if that's all right. Who was Blazena closest with here?
She shared a room with Valerie. I had to separate them more than once so they'd stop chatting and get to work.
And how do I recognise Valerie?
Easy. She's the only blonde among the maids.
And where do I find Valerie?
That's her, standing over there. But listen, don't tell her what I suspect. She might take it the wrong way.
Thanks.
Good afternoon.
I need to find something out about Blazena. And they say you know her better than anyone.
Well, we share a room, but we're not that close, really. Why?
I'm helping the physician treating her, and anything I find out could help. I spoke to the steward, but he wasn't very helpful.
Zdeněk? I don't know. I doubt I'll tell you anything he hasn't already.
What is it? Why are you suddenly on edge?
When Blazena fell ill, I was there. I sleep right next to her. What if I caught it too?
Don't pretend. You were calm until I said your steward sent me.
Shh! Quiet!
What is it?
I'll tell you something, but not in front of him. If he heard, he'd skin me alive.
Don't worry, I won't let that happen. If it comes to it, I'll speak to the abbot in your favour.
And the abbot will listen to you.
If not to me, then he'll listen to Master Albic for sure. He's a royal physician, and that counts for something.
All right then. What did Zdeněk tell you about Blazena?
Well, he said he suspects that Blazena's been stealing.
That scoundrel! I knew he'd try feeding you lies.
How can you be so sure Zdeněk lied to me?
Because I caught him red-handed. I saw him going through Blazena's things. Her chest.
You think he was looking for something?
Maybe. I saw him take something out of her chest.
And do you know exactly what he took?
No. It was already getting dark, and the bastard's quick with his hands. But it must have been something small. Right after that, he slipped out and went down into the cellar outside.
Do you know where Zdeněk sleeps? Maybe I should have a look.
We live in the same house. Me and Blazena sleep upstairs. He's got a bed in the kitchen downstairs, just opposite the door.
And what sort of cellar is it?
The entrance is in the yard, under the stairs. There's food down there, but mainly that's where the monastery wine is kept. There are a few rooms down there, and only Zdeněk has a key to some of them.
Sounds like a perfect place to stash stolen goods. But why would Zdeněk lie about Blazena stealing?
I don't know what went on between them, but lately he's been giving her a hard time. I think he wants to get rid of her.
Now? When poor Blazena's ill?
That's just grist to his mill. The poor lass can't even defend herself, and he wants to take advantage of it.
Why would the steward want to get rid of an ordinary maid?
Isn't it enough that he's a scoundrel? Maybe he fancied her and she laughed in his face. Serves him right.
Did Blazena have a sweetheart?
That? I'm not entirely sure.
So someone's been sniffing round her?
I only ever saw her once, chatting cheerfully in the doorway of the monastery with some monk.
Monks aren't supposed to talk to women, right?
And I haven't told anyone but you about it, and you keep it to yourself too. Blazena's got it hard enough as it is.
Where did Blazena usually go around the monastery?
All over?
Right, but that doesn't help me. Where did only she go?
Zdeněk gave her the pantry key, so she was the only one who had access to it.
And where is that pantry?
That same cellar I already told you about. The one I saw Zdeněk run into.
That'll do for now. I'll take a look in that cellar and see what I can find.
Right, but how is all this supposed to help Blažena get better?
Well, to be honest, I don't know myself. But Master Albik said to find out what I can.
And how is Blažena doing?
Don't worry about her. Albik treated King Wenceslas himself. Illnesses don't scare him.
If you say so. That does make me feel better. Let's hope she recovers. I miss her high spirits. And her laugh. Without her, it's so horribly quiet here. Be with you.
That's a lot of coin. Suspiciously much for a common maid.
What are you poking around that door for?
May God give you health, sir.
Wine in a tub? But it looks watered down to me. Why is there wine spilled everywhere? Someone's been hammering these barrels shut. An empty wine barrel. It's pretty wet in here. Water. That would explain why the wine's such a pale color. It must be seriously watered down. course. Now I get it. Steward Zdenyek's watering down the monastery wine. If the abbot found out about this, he'd throw him out. I know you're watering down the monastery wine.
I beg your pardon?
Don't act like you didn't hear. You know exactly what I meant.
You feeling all right? Maybe you should lie down.
I saw your cellar.
What? But no one's allowed down there.
And I know exactly why. Now we're gonna have a little chat.
All right. But not here. Come with me, if anyone heard you.
I'm not going anywhere with you. We're talking here and now.
Oh, come on.
No, come on.
Shh, not so loud.
But you don't want anyone to hear? Then talk.
All right, I won't say another word. Just stop shouting. So what the hell do you want from me? Coin?
Why did you lie to me about Blazhena? About her stealing?
What's Blazhena got to do with all this anyway? Did that bitch tell you something?
She didn't say a word, because she couldn't. She's barely alive. And anyway, why would she tell me anything?
Because she figured it out too. One time I forgot to lock the cellar door behind me and she caught me at it.
So that's why you lied about her? So no one would believe her if she gave you away? You're a right bastard, you know that?
Go to hell.
They say you were rummaging through her chest. And you took something.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Don't deny it. They saw you. So what did you take?
I found a key in her chest.
What key? What's it for?
It's for the monastery cellar.
You mean your cellar?
No, it's the key to the cellar under the monastery.
But how would Blazhena get something like that? Women aren't even allowed in the monastery.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Christ. And that's all you know?
That's it, I swear.
Then give me the key.
I don't have it on me.
So where is it?
It's hidden, where I keep the silver from the watered wine. I figured you'd want something in return for keeping quiet.
Keep the silver. I just want the key.
Really? Then it seems we have a deal. Come with me.
Mother Mary, you've given birth. You get it.
Come closer. I don't want to shout here.
So where's the key?
Here it is. Just like I promised. Wait! Promise me you won't tell the abbot about the wine. He'd have me hanged, or kicked out if I'm lucky. But if I stay here at the monastery, I could be useful to you.
How useful?
As the steward, I can get all sorts. Lockpicks and other handy things.
We'll see. I'll think about it. But now clear off.
You're
always
about
welcome
a
here,
burning bush. Oh, well, I'm here burning.
My respects.
Doing it wrong. Sooner or later, you'll hurt your back and end up a cripple. Try and lift with your legs. What do you mean, with my legs? You squat down like a woman doing her business.
May God give you health, sir.
I'm sorry.
My humble respects.
What do you know about Brother Yaroslav? The librarian said you knew him better than anyone.
That's right. We joined the monastery at the same time and just got on somehow.
How does Yaroslav spend his time when he's not in the scriptorium?
Why are you even asking?
Master Albik put me up to it. He's treating him now. He said it might help if we knew more about Yaroslav.
I see. And how is he? Is the treatment working?
He'll definitely pull through. After all, he's in the care of the royal physician.
Really? Well, that puts me more at ease. What did you want to know?
How does Yaroslav spend his time?
Same as all of us. Work, prayer, studying the scriptures, and sleep. Yaroslav is completely immersed in his books. He's currently translating a new one from Italian. It's called the Decameron. He often stays in the scriptorium late into the night because of it. Shows up for morning prayers with his hands, sometimes even his nose, stained with ink.
Really? Crispin told me how hard-working Yaroslav is, but he's barely translated anything from his latest book.
What makes you say that?
Well, simple. The book is still lying in the scriptorium, and when I opened it, it was practically empty.
That's... You must be mistaken.
Why don't you believe me?
I do. I just don't want you going around and slandering Yaroslav left and right.
That's really not my aim. But I think I might be onto something. I just don't yet know what. And if you won't tell me anything, I'll probably have to ask the librarian again.
Wait. Don't say anything to Crispin.
Oh? And why not?
Because he simply wouldn't understand. Oh dear. Promise you really won't tell anyone.
Word of honor. Now talk.
All right. I just hope Yaroslav forgives me. One night, he accidentally woke me. The door to his cell creaks horribly. I already suspected his translation was taking oddly long, so I followed him that night. At first, it looked like he was heading to the scriptorum, but after he went down the stairs, he turned right and went down into the cellars. But when I went in after him, I couldn't see him anymore. I lost him in the dark.
And you've no idea where he might have gone?
Not a clue. As far as I know, it's just barrels of wine down there. And empty wine barrels.
Why didn't you want to tell me?
Because I just don't want Yaroslav to get expelled from the monastery.
Just for going to the cellar? That doesn't mean anything.
What if he was meeting someone down there? Someone no one's supposed to see him with.
What, like a woman?
Well, I once saw him standing in the monastery doorway with some wench, and they looked like they were having a grand old chat.
And where exactly did you lose him in the cellars?
In the corridor leading to the scriptorum, at the passage to the stairs to the lower level.
There's just one more thing I'd like to know. Has Yaroslav spoken to Brother Stephen recently? About confession, maybe?
I don't think so. Yaroslav doesn't neglect prayer or fasting, but he only rarely resorts to confession.
So you mean he sins, but avoids confessing it?
He hardly sees anything as sin. How can I put it? He chose a life of asceticism, but he's not afraid to live. He once said, "Why would God create the world if he didn't want man to discover it?"
The wench you saw Yaroslav with, was her name Blazhena? Because she's now in the infirmary with that same illness.
I don't know. I was mainly looking at Yaroslav. I don't even know any of the maids by name.
That's enough for now.
We thank you, Heavenly Father, all the graces and...
I'm sorry.
Open our hearts and minds to understand.
This must be where Yaroslav got lost when Celestin followed him. There's wine in the air. Someone must have spilled a cask. Someone's walked through the spilled wine. The trail continues here.
What the? Hey! How did you get in here? And who are you?
I'm trying to find out more about the 3 sick people in the infirmary. And all the signs led me right here.
Christ's precious passion. May the Lord forgive us.
Forgive you for what? And who even are you?
Wojtek. We were, writing a book here. All of us.
What book are you talking about? You don't mean the Decameron?
Oh no. Yaroslav finished that one long ago.
Everyone I've talked to thinks Yaroslav is still working on it. Why didn't he tell anyone?
When Yaroslav started translating the Decameron, he soon realized what it was really about. He became afraid that if Brother Crispin, or, God forbid, the abbot, found out, they'd forbid him to continue the translation. They might even have the book destroyed. What a loss that would be. So once he'd finished the translation, he hid it down here instead.
So Yaroslav was working on something new down here?
The Decameron left a strong impression on him. He decided to write a book of his own, in the same spirit, to celebrate what is as valuable to man as love, or the spiritual life. He later asked Brother Ernest and me to work on the book together.
And what exactly did Yaroslav want to write about?
About humor, wit, laughter. About everything that can make a person laugh.
Why would someone write about that, of all things? I thought books were meant to be about...
Something lofty?
Well, something like that.
Yaroslav believed that a sense of humor could help a person in hard times just as much as strong faith could.
Those are strong words, especially from a monk. Some might say it's not far off blasphemy.
Yaroslav didn't put laughter on the same level as God. On the contrary, he saw it as a precious and wise gift from our Lord. But as you say, not everyone would understand his thinking, especially among the brothers. That's why we met and worked in secret. Sometimes we'd write all night, other times we'd get into heated debates. And sometimes we just tried to outdo each other with witty sayings.
So, basically you were sitting down here telling jokes all night?
Among other things, but mostly we were working.
Go on then. Tell me one of the jokes you came up with.
Now? All right then. All right. Here's one. Do you know why monks lie down in the meadow among the sheep? Because they're waiting for the good shepherd.
Tell me another one.
Some of our brothers have a lot in common with God when they're working. Everyone knows they exist, but no one's ever seen them.
Tell me another one.
5 clergymen meet, and they've nothing to tell each other. Because they all turned up.
Tell me another one.
What book has the most leaves in it? A herbarium, of course.
Tell me another one.
Why doesn't the monastery's rooster crow? Because he's taken a vow of silence too.
All right, that's enough. I'd like to ask you something else. Who helped write your book?
Me, obviously Yaroslav, and Brother Ernest, and also Blazhina.
And what was Blazhina doing here? She's a maid. She probably can't write. And women aren't allowed in the monastery, are they?
I didn't get it at first either. Why Yaroslav brought her here. If anyone had found out, the abbot would have thrown us all out. But I soon understood. Humor isn't just for the educated or wealthy, let alone just for men. Laughter belongs to everyone. How could we grasp its breadth with just our limited experience?
So, this isn't about any sin. Blažena's just... funny.
More than that. Her laughter, sense of humor, her knack for knowing when to make a joke. It's a true gift from God.
Who exactly is Ernest? I don't think I've met him.
One of the older brothers. He's in charge of all the building and repairs in the monastery.
And do you know if he might have fallen ill, too?
No idea. But now that you mention it, I haven't seen him for a while. And when I think how Yaroslav and Blazina are doing...
I'd best go and check on him myself. Where's his cell?
It's one of those under the abbot's quarters. The middle one on the right, if you're facing from the courtyard.
What about the elder confessor, Stephen? Was he never part of this?
He's got nothing to do with it. He doesn't know a thing, unless someone slipped up during confession.
And how are you feeling, anyway? Are you all right?
Yes, at least for now.
No symptoms? Weakness, rash, fever, anything?
Nothing like that, I swear.
If you start feeling bad, report to the infirmary at once. Understood?
Of course.
Where did you say Brother Ernest's cell is?
It's one of those.
How long have you been meeting here?
Since the start of summer.
So at least 30 days?
Roughly. I don't remember exactly. Sorry.
I've heard enough. I'll go and check on Ernest now.
Wait. What about me? What's going to happen to me?
I told you, if you're not feeling well, go to the infirmary. Albic will take care of you. Don't worry.
I meant our book. Please, don't tell the abbot about it. We weren't doing anything wrong, but if he found out, he'd throw us out.
Why would I tell him? You didn't do anything wrong here.
Thank you. And may God protect you.
It's damp. Chilly.
Excuse me?
The air is clean. If the disease really spreads through foul air, then they must have caught it somewhere else. Loads of written parchments. They really must have been meeting here for a long time. Christ! I'm too late. A rash. Same as the sick in the infirmary. But he died sooner, so he must have been the first to catch it. Some building plans. Looks like a church, and underneath, probably a crypt? I should tell Albic about this.
respect.
Tell me a bit more about...
Gladly.
If the sickness keeps spreading at this rate, we'll run out of beds.
When there are no more beds, when there are straw, like they're animals.
A layer of straw will prevent children and soak up anything leaking from the ill. Very well, then. Straw it is.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
I found another infected.
You're not the only one. While you were gone, they brought in several more. So, where's your sick man?
With the Lord now. I found him too late.
Lord have mercy. Do you at least know who it was?
One of the monks. His name was Ernest.
That's the second death today. Let's hope it's the last. The confessor's dead. Old Stephen.
Couldn't you really do more for him? Give him some potion or something?
He was exhausted. His body just couldn't fight the illness any longer. All we could do was give him the last rites. And what about you? Did you find out anything about the others who are sick? Do they have anything in common?
I found some jewelry in Stephen's cell. It looked quite old.
Jewelry? Where would he have got that from?
He might have stolen it. But given how strict he was about the seal of confession, it doesn't seem likely. Maybe someone else stole it. But guilt caught up with him, and he gave it to Stephen during confession.
Maybe. But surely we'd have heard about such a theft by now. Unless...
They stole it from someone who can't tell anyone anymore. Do you think we've got a murderer here?
I've no idea. It's all just guesswork.
I found out that Ernest, Yaroslav and Blazhena were meeting regularly. There's a secret copying workshop in the cellar.
A secret? But why? And what in God's name was she doing there?
Well, it's a long story, but I know for sure they were meeting down there. Those three from the infirmary, and the overseer I found dead.
Very well. I believe you. That explains why those three got infected. Do you think it happened in their workshop? Did you notice dampness, mold, any strange smell or bad air?
Nothing like that. It was damp, but the air was otherwise clean.
In that case, someone must have brought the illness to them.
But who?
Probably Ernest. If he died first, it would make sense.
Or maybe the illness just killed him faster because he was older. Like the confessor.
That's possible too.
So, what are we going to do now?
We'll go to the abbot. You, Zacharias, and I. This is getting out of hand, and the number of sick keeps rising.
To the abbot? Right now?
You think waiting will solve anything?
You've all come. That can't mean anything good.
The truth is, More are falling ill and the infirmary's filling up fast.
We're trying to give them all they need. But soon there'll be no beds and they'll have to lie on the floor.
How many have died?
The old confessor, Brother Stephen.
And Brother Ernest, too.
Ernest?
He died in his cell. No one even knew he'd fallen ill.
So, it started then.
Ernest wasn't treated. Even mild illness can be deadly without care.
And Stephen's age didn't help either.
When the Black Death last swept the town, it also started slowly. The old, the sick, and those no one missed were the first to die. And then we couldn't even bury the dead in time, let alone give them the last rites. Now, the Lord is punishing us for it.
We do have some good news. With Henry's help, we might soon uncover where the infection's coming from.
We know that Brother Yaroslav and that maid both met with Ernest, so the illness must have spread between them.
They all met? Even the maid? Why?
Well, I didn't mean they were all together at the same time. Just that both Yaroslav and Blazhena had encounters with Ernest.
Why would a maid be meeting with Ernest? That makes no sense.
Ernest never left the monastery grounds.
He did, in fact. Fairly often. He was one of the few allowed out for work reasons.
Then they must have run into each other by chance, somewhere outside.
Very well, then.
Just breathing the same foul air as someone infected for a while puts you at risk.
And since I found Ernest already dead, we believe he's the one who brought the sickness among the others. If he was the first to die, then he must have been the first to catch it, right?
But where did he catch it?
I don't know yet, Father. But I have certain suspicions. What was his job in the monastery?
Ernest oversaw all building and repair work in the monastery.
And what had he been working on lately?
He'd been supervising repairs in the church. A floor had collapsed above the crypt recently. He was assigning tasks to laborers and overseeing the work.
Which crypt do you mean?
Some important nobles are buried there. But most of all, it's the tomb of my predecessors. May their souls rest in peace.
That might be the source of the foul air. The illness could have spread from the exposed crypt.
I ought to go into the church and inspect everything thoroughly. Especially that crypt.
That's not a good idea. If the illness is really spreading from there, no one should go in.
I understand your concern, Zacharias. But Henry is right. At this point, it's just a supposition, and we must put it to the test.
Enough. What nonsense is this? No one's going into that crypt. The disease is spreading. The infirmary is full. We've already got 2 dead.
Father, I understand you're afraid, but...
Afraid? I'm not afraid. I bear responsibility for the whole monastery, for every living soul. And it's my God-given duty to do everything I can to protect them from the plague.
Father, wait. Just give us a day. 2 at most. I'll just find out where the sickness came from.
You won't get another hour. The monastery is to be sealed. No one goes in, no one comes out. All the monks are to withdraw to their cells.
What about us? You want to keep us here against our will?
I don't want to, but I must. And at the same time, I humbly ask for your help. Believe me, you'll be repaid when the time is right. You came to me with a certain request. Help me, you may consider it granted.
It's for the best, Albec. Even if it turns out not to be the plague, it's still a deadly illness. And we're within sight of the town. If it spreads to Kuttenberg, it'd be a disaster.
I know. But as you wish. I'm sorry, Henry. But I'm afraid we have no choice.
tibi domine fratrum nostrum, militer commendamus, ut quem in hac vita mortali, immenso semper es prosecutus amore, nunc malis omnibus liberatum, in requiem in gredi iubias sempiternam. Tuam ergo clementium deprecamur, ut quia prima iam transierunt, illum in paradisum tum begnine perducus, ubi neque luctus, neque clamor, neque dolor erit ultra. Sed pax et gaudium, cum Filio tuo et Spiritus Sancto in saecula saeculorum. Amen.
What now? This whole situation keeps getting worse.